Let me ask you something very simple. If a worker is injured by a machine, everyone notices it. There's an incident report, a safety meeting, maybe even an investigation. But what if a worker is slowly breaking down? Not from the machine, not from chemicals, but from pressure, overload, and constant stress and emotional exhaustion. Who reports that? This is the invisible crisis of today's workplace. So we are going to discuss about it.
Sing it loud, let's unite on the sustainability side. Feel the love day and night. Let's turn the tides, make a change today. Together we define our sustainable way. With every step we take, we rise and glow on the sustainability side. Let the good vibes flow.
And hello everyone, welcome back to the Sustainability Side. I'm your host, Dr. Sama. As the World Day for Safety and Health at Work, we are discussing a global reminder by an international labor organization that the safety is not an optional, it is a right. But in 2026, the definition of workplace safety is changing. It is no longer just about helmets, fire exits, and machinery, it's about something deeper: psychological safety, burnout prevention, work stress management, mental well being at work. Because today, the biggest work hazard is not always physical, it is invisible and it is growing silently. Just because it's silent, it doesn't mean it's not existing. Let's ground this in a reality. Millions of workers globally face work related illness and stress every year. Work injuries and health issues cost economies billions in lost productivity. Increasing burnout, anxiety, and chronic stress are becoming a major workplace risk. Recent global safety reports highlight the modern hazards is not a workplace pressure or poor job control, lack of recognition, or remote problem, or even bullying. These are not the real issues. Actually, the real occupational hazard is having a lot of work pressure. The shift happening in workplaces. Earlier, safety meant physical protection, but now safety includes psychological protection, emotional sustainability, human centered work design. Because a person can be physically safe but still be mentally exhausted, emotionally drained, professionally burned out. So, most burnout doesn't happen suddenly, it happens like this: just one extra task, one last late night work, one more deadline, one push through this week, until suddenly the person is no longer functioning at their best. Have you noticed this pattern? The workload reality check. Let's face that. Every team should ask themselves, their team members weekly: is this workload sustainable? Is this silently overloading what is not being spoken with by somebody? Is this a warning, or what is happening with them? Leaders should spend 3 minutes per person asking, why is your workload really happening, and what is the stress which is causing you this week? How can I make it simpler for you? A small question makes a bigger difference.
What is a pickle? To some, it's just a condiment. To us, it is time captured, ancient herbal wisdom of the land, distilled in 100% pure ingredients. From the blood purifying depth of bitter gourd to the restorative strength of the pirindai stem, we bottle nature's boldest essence. This is not just pickle. This is tradition, purity. This is heritage, preserved, crafted by nature, perfected by time.
Now let's see the red flags of burnout. Because watch for quietly high performative people suddenly withdrawing from work, always online, suddenly no more online behavior changes, loss of creativity, increased mistakes. Because burnout is often invisible until it breaks productively. Because if your workplace rewards overworking, skipping breaks, sleeping late to finish tasks, then it's not a high performance culture, it is a high risk culture. So think where you are working, what is your surrounding. Replace can you finish this as soon as possible into what is your realistic timeline. That one change reduces silent pressure massively. Because today the technology has added another layer: constant notifications, always online expectations, AI driven workload accelerations, remote isolation, and even the innovation can increase stress if unmanaged. So, workplace safety today includes digital well being, boundary management, attention protection. Because safety is not only about preventing accidents, it's about preventing slow damage, damage that does not show in the reports, but also showing the turnouts in resignations, in anxiety, in exhaustion. So, as we approach World Day for Safety and Health at Work, let's redefine safety. Not just no injuries, no silent suffering, but as no silent suffering, no invisible burnout, no ignored stress. Because now let's bring this into something bigger than just an awareness, because awareness alone is not enough anymore. We need environment that are built differently. That is where SGC and TSS comes in. At Sasha Global Consortium, we are committed to build a toxic free professionals ecosystem, a space where work does not harm mental health. Collaboration replaces competition toxicity. Sustainability include human and well-being. And along this, we have created the sustainability side, which is the TSS platform, which is a networking platform, a toxic-free global networking for platform for professionals, academicians, researchers, green business, entrepreneurs, and sustainability leaders. It is not just a community, it's a movement. So right now, TSS is completely free until the end of this month. From May onwards, we are introducing a few schemes like founding membership cards, exclusive forum access, closed door networking circles, research and collaboration ecosystem. This is the beginning of something much bigger, a structured global sustainable network. So if you believe in workplaces that do not burn people out, if you believe in professional spaces that are human, not toxic, if you believe sustainability starts with people, not just the policies, then you are already a part of our vision. The sustainability side is a global sustainability networking movement, and the Sasha Global Consortium is a toxic free professional ecosystem. Because the future of our work, not just productive, it is healthy, conscious, and human. If you are a leader, ask one real question tomorrow. How are you really doing at work? If you are a worker, ask yourself, am I functioning or am I thriving? And if you're an organization, make sure emotional, not just operational. Safety is no longer just about avoiding accidents. It's about building environments where people do not silently break. Let's do something together a better. Until next time, stay safe, curious, and inspired only on the sustainability side.
Feel the joy, let's unite on the sustainability side. Making waves, shining light. From city streets to the open skies, together we rise with a love that defies